stay here, and I'm going to have my family locked down out at our house, and I'm going to come stay here. In fact, we got to pull the trigger on that. By Monday, we'll know. Jaron, and we got to bring, I want to see who wants to volunteer with me because we're going to have to lock ourselves in here. Whoever comes in here stays in. Whoever goes out stays out. We got to lock our families down if it does. Now, I'm not saying that's happening. The point is, they're already got quarantines in South Texas and San Antonio at some hospitals and homes. That's confirmed. I got the AP and Reuters right here. They're already locking down states in Mexico and Mexico City. And this thing has killed a bunch of people in Mexico. And it hasn't killed anybody here yet. Hasn't mutated to a less virulent strain by the time it got here, which happens. That's how it works if it's a really naturally occurring event. If it's virulent all over, folks, and kills people all over, you're looking at a staged event. We don't know. Time will tell. That's why we're here covering this. Do I have any other calls from Mexico? Okay, I'm going to open every time we open the lines up, dozens of calls come in, but I'm going to open them up again in a minute for only people in Mexico. Please, or if you directly are in a quarantine area in Texas or Kansas or Canada. Okay, I'm going to go to everybody else. You don't have to hang up. But I want, don't you want to know, viewers and listeners out there? Okay, Reese has good info. I want to give the number of folks in Mexico. 888-201-2244, 888-201-2244, 888-201-2244. Listen carefully. And we got the 512-646-1776, 512-646-1776. Is the answer to 1984, 1776. Let's go ahead and talk to Reese in Texas. Reese, you're on the air.
Hey, man. Hey, this kind of freaked me out because when they said Steele High School here, my heart kind of dropped, man, because I can see the lights from my house. It's less than 2 miles away.
Yeah, that's right. I have the AP on that. Tell folks again, that's one of the high schools in South Texas shut down because some of the kids that go there, they have it, and their families are locked down under police guard in their homes. Tell folks about that.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Well,
slowly. Tell folks the name of your town, your school. Give them all the details, Reese.
All right. I live in Cibolo, Texas. It's just north of San Antonio, about an hour away from Austin. My father's actually on the school board here, and from what I was hearing this morning when I woke up, they were thinking about shutting down the entire school district next week, but from what I hear right now, they are just closing down Steele High School here. And they had a public meeting scheduled for the 27th. I was going to go there, film it. They've canceled that. Basically, that's all I know, man. But I got to be honest with you, we're freaking out over here because, it's just right on our doorstep. What I don't understand is why they would pick this town. I don't understand, man. But
well,
anyway.
It may be naturally occurring. There are hundreds of real flus every year. It's just if you look at all the preparation, the hype of bird flu and the drills on the border for martial law, and the state senator I had on talking about martial law on the Texas border with Mexico, and the way the media has been hyping it, and the way they've been hyping Tamiflu. Notice how they just came out again talking about pandemics and things the last few months. The last time they did all of this was back in 2002, 2003, when they tried to get 14 million first responders, firemen, police, medical workers, doctors, county, city workers, state workers, federal workers to take smallpox. And then some started taking it, and it would cause an autoimmune response, mainly in middle-aged men. They were having heart attacks. Some people actually got smallpox. That was in the news. They covered it up. And so their first responders wouldn't take it. Then they did forced inoculation drills. Now they've hired the preachers in the clergy response teams to prepare their flocks to go to the FEMA camps, take the inoculations. We reported that when it was secret. Now it's public. Just like we reported MIAC and the federal documents when they were secret, that gun owners are terrorists and conservatives and Christians are terrorists and veterans are terrorists. Now it's public. We get the secret documents. Look at how we're doing an internet-only show, not even my AM and FM show. We will do that tomorrow, 4 to 6, and we're getting calls from Mexico, Texas, one of the towns in Texas it's happening in, Mexico where it's going on. That's because this show is huge, and it's a great responsibility we have, but we're getting all these documents, and it's just amazing. That's why I've got to somehow raise more money to hire more competent people. We got competent folks. People spin that like I'm saying they're not competent. No, we don't have enough people. We need more competent people to be able to gauge and handle all this. But we have to also stop infiltration here, which has been a major problem. I don't get into on air, but it's been a major problem. Again, tell folks, I have that in my stack, Texas school quarantine. Google that and throw it up on screen if you can. We got one guy doing 10 things like an octopus in there. Again, tell folks the name of your town, north of San Antonio. That's right by that German town.
I-35 corridor.
Yeah, that's right by the German town. What's the name of the German town?
Cibolo, Texas, right off the I-35 corridor, about 10 minutes from San Antonio to the north, right along the I-35.
Yeah, you're right by. You're just south of New Braunfels, right?
That's right. Yep. 15 minutes. And man, I got to be honest with you, dude. You know, I'm not going to allow the FEMA to come in here. I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe it's nothing. Okay, but if FEMA comes in here and starts, you know, injecting us, it's not going to fly. I mean, you know, I'm not going to allow that to happen. But that's not happened yet. So I'll let you get to other callers because it's important. This is an important broadcast.
Well, you say folks are scared there. Anything else, Reese? I mean, what else is? What's the feeling of folks there in your town north of San Antonio in the suburbs?
Okay, to be honest with you, I'm scared because I listen to your show daily. I know what's going on here. I know that they've actually put live viruses in the avian flu, but people here, they're mindless neocons, man. They don't understand. This is a big joke to them, okay? They don't even know what's coming. So if this is a pandemic, it's going to come through here, and these people are totally unawares. They're not even going to prepare, okay?
Well, that's how it works. Sure. I mean, it's meant to get you accustomed to death and problems.
Yes.
I've always said, and you say you're a listener, so you can attest to this, but it's on record in all the shows we've done, that they're going to have trial balloons of a SARS-type respiratory flu. I said that last week. I said it a month ago. That would kill a few hundred. Then they test the drills, the takeovers. Then they have something that kills 10,000. Then they have something that kills 1 million. This is in a period of a decade. Then they have something that kills 100 million. And by then you're drilled of how to lock down, how people die, how they get taken away, how you take the shots, the first shots they give you during the crises, aren't filled with cancer viruses, aren't filled with pathogens. You learn how to trust them. It's like a Jim Jones Kool-Aid drinking drill. I've studied.
That's exactly what I was trying to. Yes, that's exactly what I was trying to tell everyone. It's like I'm living in Jonestown here. I mean, they don't even care. I mean, it's like, I asked them if they're going to take the flu vaccine. They said, yeah, sure. I mean, you got to die sometime. I mean, who says that? But I got to ask you one more question before I let you go, and you can get to other callers because this is very important. But my question is, do you think that the national media could be doing some sort of psyops here? Because they said there's only a few cases here, but what if it actually is getting, it's getting into the population and it's infecting people, and they're only reporting a few just to keep us...
Well, I already have a headline here from AP that, and again, it's in my stack. In fact, Google this so I get the headline right. I got so many stories here. I'm used to being able to take a break and go through my notes, but I'll just do that on air in a moment. I'll just read every headline in a moment. It'll be fine. The headline is CDC, flu outbreak, too late to stop flu outbreak spread.
Jesus.
So they've already said, and it's true, because people are saying, why don't you shut the border? And they're saying, too late. Now, that's not true. If things really get bad in Mexico, which, again, we hope doesn't happen, but they're the ones fear-mongering, then you would have a breakdown of society down there. They're already on the edge of collapse, the government admits, in Mexico and here, that if there is a real flu outbreak, and it's like the Spanish flu that killed 40-something million people, then you would have people streaming across en masse. So, but the CDC's excuse of why they haven't shut down the border is, oh, well, it's already too late. It's in Canada, it's in Kansas, it's in Texas, so it doesn't matter. I appreciate your call from San Antonio suburb that said they're not having school Monday. Thank you. I've got that in the stack. Here's Los Angeles Times. 11 more suspected swine flu cases in U.S. Total reaches 19, with a couple in Kansas, school children in New York City, and a person in California that believed to have mild cases of swine flu. It is not clear yet whether the virus is easily transmitted, but it is confirmed it's human to human, not from pig to human. Now, it may have originally come through pigs to human. Remember, it's a hybrid of bird, swine, and human. Just, folks, that has, I'd say,